Yo, Angas, guys. Every time when I want to do this topic, something will happen with the network. Something will happen, and day before yesterday, I was doing my readings. The network was so fine, everything was so good. The other day, I did dream interpretations. The network was so fine, the network was so good. Today, here I am. I want to do that topic I wanted to do. The network is talking. It's doing the very same thing it did the last time. I don't know if maybe hey bo Emma, hey bo. I don't know if it's me. I'm supposed to phahla for this topic. Ngicela abantu abadala ukuthi bangivumele ngiyenze or what? Because like really it's another thing. But today we're talking about one of the very most important topics. Today we're not doing readings, but we're teaching today. I'm trying to rectify my mistake. I'm trying to rectify the error that happened the last time. Me not being able to do the teaching because of the network problem that we encountered the last time. So now, here I am back again. I'm hoping that I manage to do justice to this topic, because I have a feeling that it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to give answers to a lot of people, yeah. Asikhuleke. Nkulunkulu namandla babonga umusa babona amandla wonke phezu komsebenzi, umsebenzi okhanya, umsebenzi obungcwele, umsebenzi olaphayo, umsebenzi ophilisayo sowenza namhlanje. Nkulunkulu ingcwele makubona othatha indawo. Mawuthungele zonake ithunya zobungcwele, ithunya zezulu, ithunya ephakeme kube izonake ezothatha indawo phezu komsebenzi. Kuthi phezu kwamandla, phezu kwey'ndebe zami zomlomo ngizobe ngikhuluma ngazo uNkulunkulu namandla wonke kube yiwena uNkulunkulu ingcwele. Kube nawe nesithunya sezulu enihamba phezu kwezipho uNkulunkulu namandla wonke. Nikhanyise nenze umusa nenze umhawu konke kukhanye konke kumhlophe siyakhuleka. Ngamela umusa nelindodana likamoya ingcwele kuze kube naphakade. Amen. Okay. Ubusebeletsi ne uyarasa. So concerning Ubusebeletsi, we're talking about Ubusebeletsi today. We're talking about Ubuthandazi. Anything that is to do, but not anything, the gift itself. One thing that we'll be doing is to unpack it so that you understand exactly what are we talking about. So one of the things that are very much famous, it's that abasebeletsi being umthandazi or being umsebeletsi, it has to do with ukulapha abantwana, ukulapha anything that ephathelane nabantwana per se. It has always been known ukuthi umsebeletsi akasebenzisa imithi, umsebeletsi umuntu wamanzi, umuntu umthandazi, umuntu umthandazo, umuntu weBhayibheli, umuntu weswash, right? But now I want us to take it back to where it comes from, where it derives, where does the gift actually originate. First of all, asiqale ngokuthi umsebeletsi or umthandazi. These people, they never had the name of being called umsebeletsi or being called umthandazi. But how did the name come about? The gift, or let's say the gift of Ubusebeletsi, it got its recognition esontweni, at church. It became a brand. It became Ubusebeletsi. It became Ubuthandazi at church, esontweni. That's where it got its brand name, right? How so? Isipho that derives from omama bomthandazo, omama bomanyano, omama bangolesithathu, omama bangolesine, omama besambatho, omama abadala enkonzweni, omama abahloniphekile enkonzweni. So let's take maybe Postola, let's take Postola, let's take St. Johnny, let's take all these Pentecostal old churches that we grew up in. Oh mama bomthandazo, those who bebasebenzela ebandleni, bebhida abantwana, bekhulekela abantu. Ake sithi nje mhlambe kunabantu kunabafazi abakhulekela imishado namhlanje, kunabafazi abaneyinkinga ngokuthola abantwana and all of that. Uzumfundisa athi becela omama abadala basondele beze ngaphambili bazosikhulekisa, then bese bayaqala bayakhuleka and all of that. Bese kuthiwe no ngolesithathu noma ngolesine omama bala esontweni noma abadala bazobe bakhona esontweni, ingane ezigulayo ningaziletha bazoyibheda and all of that. Mhlambe ngolesine kambe ngomgqibelo kuzobe banje umkhuleko womama ubusuku bonke, or ekseni bazovuka bakhuleke, or ekseni bazofika ekseni bezokhuleka. Oh mama this, oh mama that. It had to do with old women specifically, not just any woman, not nje umuphi namuphi umfazi osashiselwa igazi, you know. Old women, abogogo bonke abadala sebakhulile. Oh mama bazofika bazokwenza lokho, mama bazofika bazokwenza lokho, bazokhulekela kuyibona mhlawumbe omunye umpreside esontweni, no mhlawumbe omunye ubishop umamfundisi esontweni, no khanyisa amakhandlela, maqeda khanyisa kuphandlela kusondele omama abadala, omama abangasayi ekhathini, you know, kube yibona abazayo bazokhulekela amakhandlela and all of that. So these were what? It's what abazalwane call the woman in ministry, or a woman of God, a type of a woman who's serving in the church, a type of a woman who's serving in the kingdom of God. You know, someone who is dedicated in impilo yakhe, serving in the kingdom of God. It's what abazalwane will call a woman in ministry. But ngokuya kwethu ke Bosebeletsi, umthandazi, umusebeletsi because usebeletsa modimo, usebeletsa utlankela modimo, usebeletsa setjhaba sa modimo. Ungumthandazi, that's how they got the word, because babekhuleka most of the time ebandleni. Kwakuyibona omama bomthandazo, kwakuyibona omama abakhulekela everything that has to do with umhlaba, bakhulekisa basamajele, bakhulekisa baseyibhedlela, bakhulekisa bacela imishado, bakhulekisa bangathola abantwana, you know. So Makhosi, when you say Bosebeletsi, it got its brand name, or its brand, it got to be known esontweni. Does this mean ukuthi the church or the gift itself, it belongs to the church? It doesn't. Even though it got to be known inside the church, but it doesn't belong in the church. Picture the church as impande yomsebeletsi. Picture the church as intwaso yomsebeletsi. But that the gift belong to ephehlweni. Does the gift belong to empandeni? No, it doesn't. The gift is a standalone type of a gift. So if they got to be known inside of the church and how is it so much of a, how does it happen to be so much one of the powerful gifts as a corner? Doesn't make sense, Makhosi. Remember, I once said something to you. I once taught you ngati ngendlela ozalwa ngakhona uma umuntu emhlabeni usemusha uphuma esibelethweni sikama wakho, you come out with a certain power yasemhlabeni ngoba uyidlozi elisanda kuzalwa emhlabeni elisha. As you grow, you lose the power because you start experiencing things that are happening in the society. the body, the mind, the spirit, it starts adjusting to the archetypes of the universe, the archetypes of the society itself. Therefore, you lose that power because even from the food that we eat, it sort of disconnects us from that. You understand? But as you grow older, there's a certain level that you reach, then you regain that power back. Gubafazi, that level, it's when you reach 50. Once you reach 50 years, you regain that power back, the very same power that you had when you were young, when you were innocent. So when you regain that power, ubuyela uqala kabusha, uba umusha, uba innocent once again. Whatever you touch, you heal it. Whatever you say, it comes alive because you've gained that power back. That is why abantu besifazane uma sebefika at the age of 50, menstrual cycle, it stops. In menopause, it starts. Because awusashisi, awusahaleli into zomhlaba, sekuthulekile manje. Yonke lento awusaphumi igazi elishisayo. So you become holy once again. At that certain level, usumama womthandazo, usumama womkhuleko, usumama ebantwaneni bakho, mhlambe sowuve sowugogo nokuba ugogo. So whatever that you do at that particular time, umkhuleko oshayayo, umkhuleko okhulekayo kuNkulunkulu, whatever that you say, you need to be careful. Yonke into oyishoyo ebantwaneni bakho, you need to be careful because it comes to life. Ngoba uNkulunkulu, at that point of time, usofika kuleso simo leso, uba yidlozi lokuqala ebantwaneni bakho. Idlozi malifuna uphendula imkhuleko abantwana bakho qale kubheke wena, how do you feel ngabantwana bakho, therefore lizokwazi ukubaphendula. But if uzingana kentembi, whatever that you wish, it will never come. Whatever that your child desires or whatever that your child prays for, it will never come to life because uma owamzala emhlabeni, umfazi owamletha emhlabeni uyakhalaza ngaye, inhliziyo yakhe ayimlangazelele okuhle. So you become a God. You become a God, but a living God. Uba njengomuntu, uba yithongo. Yeah, let me put it like that. Uba yithongo emhlabeni. We're back. Angeke nje ngize ngivumele mntakama, angeke nje ngize ngivumele, asiqhubeke. Yasitaka sizoqhubeka naye. Asiqhubeke nje. So you become a God at that specific point of time. Sharp. So let's say ugogo usumama umdala. Usuzele, you know, you've given birth to your kids. You even have grandkids and all of that. Most yalabafazi babe ngomama bomthandazo. They were mothers and grandmothers to their kids. Some of their kids babehlala nabo endlini. Some of their kids izukulu zabo bayikhulisa bona, bayikhulisela bona ngokwabo izukulu zabo. You know, as it is, belu bayikhulisela izukulu zabo. Somehow the universe, it granted them the power to be Bosebeletsi. How so, Marcos? That specifically means to you the gift of Bosebeletsi. It's not a traditional type of a gift. It's not a cultural type of a gift like idlozi lomnguni elizofuna ukuthi uhambe uyolugidela, idlozi lomdiki elizofuna ukuthi uhambe uyolugidela, uhambe uyolithwasela. But instead, Bosebeletsi, it's a type of a universal spirit. It's a type of a gift that ascends to the spirit. Liphakeme, isiphe siphakeme, sisemaweni, sisemafini, kahle kahle, sisibeke lapho sisemafini. Therefore, if the universal spirit, it grants you the power to be Bosebeletsi. Now, that is a universal spirit. That means aguna tonga between you and the gift. But there will have to be someone who will be a representative of the universal spirit. Megeza wena. You get me? The universal spirit cannot present itself to you because it's a spirit at the end of the day. But there has to be someone who is a representative of the universal spirit. So in order for us to find a universal spirit, wena ugogo mdala ohlala nabazukulu okhulisa abazukulu umuntu esontweni okhulekelayo phethe abantwana and all of that. What is one thing which ancestor can you choose ezokwazi ukurepresent the universal spirit? Amanono, abantwana, because that's what you deal with most cases. Therefore, amanono, they will be the representative of a universal spirit. You remember in my last teaching what I said? I said to you, the ocean, it is ruled by Nomkhubulwane. It is ruled by Goddess Yamoja, along with her daughter, Orisha. And Orisha will present herself using baby blue because she's the goddess of wind and the sky. Yet Yamoja is the goddess of water, fertility and femininity. You understand? So when these two joined, it's the mother and the daughter. Understand? The mother will present herself with the royal blue. The daughter will present herself with the baby blue. You get me? Because she's a daughter to the mother. Now, the mother will be the mdawu, the mother, the mdawu of Moporofita, the mother, the mdawu of Bosebeletsi, the royal blue. Then amanono, because of they are the daughter, they are the kids of Mother Yamoja, they can't choose any color for themselves. Therefore, they will have to take the color of the daughter, Orisha, which is the baby blue. That is why most of the people about Bosebeletsi, they will dream of something that is baby blue or yellow or something like that. But we're coming to that. Therefore, they will choose the color of Orisha, the daughter. You understand? Therefore, they will take that type of a color. Therefore, amanono will be the representative of what? Of the universal spirit. Remember, I said to you, it's a muffin, it's pageme. It's the type of a gift that ascends, it's ascended. So asiko, it's not cultural. Asiko asinambewu emhlabeni. Sipageme. It's more of a self ascended spirit. Yeah. It's more of a self-introspected spirit, a self-introspected gift, type of a gift like that one. Therefore, they will choose that type of a gift, they will choose that type of a color, to present themselves. Therefore, amanono, they will be the ones who will be a representative of any of Bosebeletsi. Hence why it's always known, Bosebeletsi, they deal with kids. Abantu Bosebeletsi, they will dream of abantwana. Abantu Bosebeletsi, they will dream of Chinese kids, Indian kids, kids, everything that has to do with kids. Because of what? Isipho sabo that has to do with kids. And the representative ancestors of the universal spirit, yini amanon. So the gift got so much crafted. Okay, Makosi, we do understand you saying, therefore the universe will grant them the gift because it's what they are doing most of the time. Sharp. Here's another introspection. Izalukwazi zazingabasebeletsi kudala emandulo emakhaya. When you look at, when you take it back, abogogo abebangabasebeletsi before Christianity came to the picture, the grandmothers bebangabasebeletsi bekuyilabo gogo bebakwazi ukuzalisa emakhaya. The type of grandmothers who will be able to the midwives is asemakhaya. The type of grandmothers who knew every disease ebephatha umntwana. Lokho bekazi ukuthi umntwana makasesigabeni esisona kumele enzelwe ini, kumele athole umhlonyana, kumele aphuziswe ini, kumele enzeni. That type of a grandmother. The type of a grandmother makuthiwa sekathi umuntu makasazala bakuthiwa asambe nisobizana uMasibanibani. Masibanibani uyawazi lo msebenzi. Therefore, those type of grandmothers abanjalo bokuyibona who ascended emasontweni baba ngabasebeletsi. That is why it's always known ukuthi umuntu ongumsebeletsi is very good ngesipho sabantwana, ekulapheni abantwana and all of that. Umuntu ongumsebeletsi uyakwazi ukusiza abantu ukuthi bathole abantwana and everything like that. Because it's something vele abogogo bethu they had knowledge of. You can't just acquire that type of a knowledge. You have to go through that. You have to be someone who has an experience. You have to be that type of a grandmother nabazukulu about 5, about 6, or mhlambe nawo nabantwana about 7. I mean, from umntana wes-3 so uyakwazi une-experience ukuthi umntana makareach isigaba esisona kumele enzeni, mayireach isigaba esisona kumele enzeni and all of that. You get me? So that type of a knowledge that they had, iyona yayibasiza. They eventually ascended to be abasebeletsi. You do find umsebeletsi onempande yemithi. Emakosini. You do find umsebeletsi onempande yemithi. But ikwenzeka kanjani lokho? You'll find that type of a grandmother who was gifted ngokwazi imithi. Le type na mhlambe yayinedlozi lobukehla. But because of accent begayi entertainer kangako, mhlambe mehambile ayotheza and all of that. Idlozi lifike limfundise. Limfundise ukuthi lo muthi lona wenzani, lo muthi lona wenzani. So ingane uma ingaqala ethi yagula mhlambe iphathwa yini, ugogo bekahamba ayentabeni ngamba hamba ehlane ayokhumuthi thizeni. Makakha lo muthi lo thizeni, lo muthi uyazi ukuthi makafika endlini uyawubhoyila, kumele ube in a certain quantum akwazi ukuphuzisa umntana phole. So it's someone who had what? A certain element of ubukehla. And how do you see lobo bukehla lo? Ubuchwabasi, these beads, there are these beads that they usually bafaka abantwana la umntana makasesemncane bamfake lana. We call it ubuchwabasi, some they call it imfibinga in Zulu. That type of a beads akusema beads akhandwayo, like ayamila. It's a plant. The plant iyona ewakhiphayo lawo mabhizi lawo, therefore bayawakhipha bazowawomisa and everything like that. Leso sitshalo leso, that type of a plant, abogogo they used to take it. Umntana, when the child maybe would make about 6 months, after 6 months or 3 months like that, bayithathe bazoyiphuzisa umntwana, especially futhi masekazolokhu njani, uma sekengazathi uyaqala uyamilisa, umilisa amazinyo, balo bephuzisa umntwana lo muthi lo bephuzisa umntwana, benzele ukuthi abe protected, kungabi khona into ezomvimba. And immediately bamfaka lama beads lawo ayaqala ayakhulekelwa, noma bamfake lama beads lawo, they know ukuthi they will make these beads will protect this child ukuthi, you know, like you're so fragile. As much as you're so powerful as a child, but you're so fragile, you still need to be taken care of by the one who brought you emhlabeni. So these beads will help in such things and protecting in evil spirits and all of that. That's how most of the time, that's how these beads they came to be known as amabits of Antwana. There's so much to unpack. There's just so much to unpack, and I'm hoping that I'll do justice in this. Sharp. Now we get the gist of how Bosebeletsi was created, or how Bosebeletsi evolved within the years. You know, from someone who had a knowledge. No, from a grandmother who had grandkids and all of that, to someone who had a knowledge of ukhulisa abantwana and fertility and femininity, to someone waba umama womthandazo esontweni, mama womkhuleko, and later ascended to be a healer, specializing in that field of fertility and femininity, kids and whatsoever. Understand? So because of Bosebeletsi, it's a it's a universal type of a spirit gift. Automatically, he or she who has Ubuthandazi has isithunywa. They have to go both. You get me? So that you could be able to spot inkinga and heal ngezandla zakho. Even though, however, isithunywa sabantu abangabasebeletsi sisebenza more like an intuition than a third eye. You feel things or you hear things, but most cases you feel izinto. Therefore, umoya ufika ukutshela ukuthi thatha 1 no 2 no 3 uhlanganise bese uyasiza kanjalo. You get me? So he or she who has Bosebeletsi has isithunywa. So guys, abantu abaphiwe ngobuthandazi amandla wabo asezandleni. Izandla zabo izona ezimhlophe. Izandla zabo izona ezinamandla okuphilisa. I mean, by right now it's supposed to make sense. After from ugogo phethe abantwana, after ugogo wayebeka izandla ekhulekela abantu, after ugogo wayesebenza ngezandla zakhe etetisa abafazi and everything like that. Amandla asezandleni. Amandla lana, that's isipho sakhe sila. Everything that she touches, it turns out to be magic. So they are only less here on the third eye, but they are gifted here. That is why most of the time, where Bosebeletsi, it's very pivotal for one to ube naba prophet, because our prophet they are gifted with the third eye, Bosebeletsi they are gifted with hands. Therefore, lo mayebona ekhipha insebenzo, lo wenzani uyahlanganisa uyalapha. Yet most of the time futhi emasontweni those babephiwe ngempande, babe nempande, impande yemithi, just because now we are in a Christian colonized type of a thing, a colonization of Christianity, owayephiwe ngemithi wayengekaza kwazi ukuyisebenzisa imithi because it was being demolished, not demolished, but it was being what's this word, yayingavumelekile ukuthi umuntu akwazi ukuyisebenzisa. Therefore isithunywa it found an alternative option of one having to, instead of using imithi mangene ini iwasho, uzosebenzisa iwasho. Amanzi have always been there, candles have always been there. Therefore uzosebenzisa iwasho, yizo uzoyisebenzisa, yizo ezokwazi ukukusiza ukuthi ulapha abantu and all of that. Iswasho ke itswayi ke guys, itswayi nje mntakama. And immediately njengoba kuyitswayi elidayiwe, kuyitswayi linamandla ngokuhlukahlukana kwalo. But for the fact ukuthi itswayi, that means whoever sebenza osebenzisa iwasho, he uses the power, she uses the power of Goddess Yamoja. She uses the power of the ocean, which is still fine. That's still your origin. That's why isithunywa sakho singazange sesiyale. More introduce iwash, because it's something that comes from the ocean, something that still resonates to your gift, to the representative of it, the universal spirit, which is amanono. Amanono, they are water spirits. Therefore, it correlates. It's fine. You can continue. You know. And then you would find Mazungu. You would find people who have Bosebeletsi, but then uthola ukuthi buza nomkhulu. Okay, let me not get there. There are asiqale la before siyalapho. You won't have to say you missed out a lot. I would suggest to after the videos ended we qale phansi. Asiqale la. Abasebeletsi, because kwangabantu abasemasontweni, they never had isambatho esispecific sokuthi lesi esabasebeletsi. I mean, from umama peta abantwana from umama owayetetisa kwangesani sambatho. They never had isambatho. They never had any garment that you could say lesane sabasebeletsi. So makhosi, now in our modern day, in our modern generation, isiphika esiyellow, it is regarded as isiphika sabathandazi, isiphika sabasebeletsi. How did it come about? How did it happen for one to choose isiphika? Why didn't they choose white? Why didn't they choose a jeweled color? You know. But now listen. For those that have been here around, they are familiar with my teachings. Within the light lies the darkness, and within the darkness lies the light. In order for the light to shine, it needs to draw power from the darkness. Now, if you know the yin and the yang, that Japanese symbol, is it a Japanese or Chinese symbol? The yin and the yang. The yang, it says, within the light lies the darkness, and the yin says, within the darkness lies the light. Bosebeletsi will be the yang. Within the light lies the darkness. So when the Chinese or the Japanese people, they interpret it, they say the black side, it's the masculinity of the universe. And then the light side, it's the femininity of the universe. So if the light, it's the femininity of the universe, and the darkness, it's the purity, it's the masculinity of the universe. Therefore, take it to the yang. If you take it to the yang, the femininity dominates, but then the femininity draws power from the masculinity, which is the black, right? And if it draws power from the black, the masculinity, what does this mean, Makos? It means that ugokwakho ngenkathi ekhuleka ahamba eksene yokhuleka ehlane and all of that, ilango maliphuma lalimshaya phezu kwamahlombe limupha amandla, limrejuvenate. The sun stands to be the masculinity energy of the universe. The moon is the feminine energy of the universe. The moon nomkhubulwana, the sun nomvelenqangi. So the sun stands to be the masculinity energy of the universe. So lalithi maliphuma ilanga ekseni ugogo akhe khuleke ehlane lifike limshaya phezu kwamahlombe limbusise limupha amandla. Because in order for the light to shine, it needs to draw power from the darkness. The darkness will be the masculinity will be the yellow will be the sun. Therefore, isiphika esiyellow, that is how it was chosen. Ukuthi sihlale phezu kwamahlombe kube yisona esenzani esivikelayo. Nakhona, do you understand that it's a masculine energy, a yellow energy? It's a masculine energy, a yellow type of a color, a type of a speaker that is meant to protect you through the energies of Umhlaba, the earthly energies. You meeting someone, you meeting someone onenkinga obhekana nalokho 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 etekisini, ispeaker sakho was the one that was meant to protect you from that, so that you don't find yourself usindelwa amahlombe and all of that. Can you still hear me, guys? Or my network is better on that side? Kindly alert me if you can still hear me, or just click ulove. If I say ulove abaning, then I'll know that you can still hear me on your side. You know, that's how they got to choose isiphika esilokhunjana esiyellow as isiphika sabasebeletsi. That is why most of the time abantu abaphiwe ubuthandazi, abaphiwe ubusebeletsi, I always advise them to makahamba ehlane or makahamba ayemfuleni yokhuleka, akhuleke ekseni early in the morning, lithi ilanga maliphuma likushaye phezu kwamahlombe, and futhi ungaqedi isikhathi esiningi useselaphayana, because uma usuhamba usukhathele. The masculine energy of the universe is very much powerful. Therefore, you need to absorb it at that particular time and then uyishiye kanjalo. So uma ufika ngabo 6 ekuseni ngabo 7 uyakhuleka uyaqeda. Ilanga maliqala liphakama, you wait for that 15-30 minutes nyana to absorb and download, and help it you to download new information and all of that. After that maliqala ithi ngabo 8 wathi uyahamba usekho wena endaweni, you leave. Because the more you stay, I usually hear people get back to Ubuthandazi ehlane ubheke ngalaphi ilanga livela ngakhona and everything like that. It helps, ne? But now the thing is that kumele ukwenze lokho for a certain amount of time. Ukwenza ngala ilanga livela ngakhona at the east because ukhanya kuvela ngakhona. But you mustn't dwell so much, because one of the things ezenza ukuthi isithunywa sihluleke ukuphakama masishane, kambe isithunywa ilihlo lakho lakamoya lithatha isikhathi ukuvuleka. It's because wona njalo uma uyehlane ubheka ngala ilanga livela ngakhona, and immediately uma ubheka ngalapho kufana ukuthi ubheka uNkulunkulu uqobo lwakhe, the masculine energy of the universe. So immediately uma ubheka ukubukana nelanga maliphakama lishaya phezu kwamehlo, ilihlo lakho lakamoya makumele ngabe liyavuleka lenza kanje, instead liyafifiyela lithi, because of what? Lixoshwa yilanga. Lelanga kumele ngabe liyalikhanyisa ukuthi likwazi ukubona lelihlo libhekane nalelo langa lelo. Therefore your third eye cannot stand the masculine energy of the universe. Isithunywa sakho sithatha isikhathi. It takes time. But if uzoya ekuseni ilanga lingakaveli, khuleke, feel that energy, feel ingelosi yasekuseni ifike ibusisa amanzi, ufeel ingelosi yasekuseni yasehlane, khuleke. You get rejuvenated, you get power. Maliqala liphakama lithola usentabeni, noma liphakama lithola usehlane, liyakubusisa likupha amandla, uyalithamela nje kancane ngaleso sikhathi leso, then you leave. But if you're going to dwell much, then it's another story. Then now, let's get into deeper details. For someone who is given Bosebeletsi, but then it happens ukuthi there's an element of umkhulu in the middle, unekhehla elikhona in the middle, mhlambe lo Bosebeletsi lobu uphiwa ukhokho wakho, and then ukhokho wamdlulisela kumkhulu wakho. Umkhulu wakho happened to start a church. Sense example, umkhulu wakho happened to start a church. Qala isonto umkhulu wakho ngivele noBosebeletsi, lento yokukhulekela abantu vele seyikhona isegazini lakho, uyithatha kuma wakhe mhlambi, you know. Aqala isonto umkhulu kusonto ekhaya and everything like that. Akhulekela abantu, sebenzela abantu yonke into. Usually masekeza kuwe ezumzukulu, angeke eze uye ezugogo wakho, but uzoza nomkhulu. Therefore the type of a garment they will give you, they won't give you a full yellow, but they'll give you yellow and white. It will be a jeweled color type of a thing. The yellow will be a color that represents umkhulu as the masculine energy. Therefore the white will represent ugogo, the purity, the original sorcerer of the gift. Therefore it will come in jeweled like this. But usually ke isambatho sakhona noma ngabe isiphika noma ngabe isiphika noma ngabe ijazz, asibi, it's very rare you find isi plain nje, yellow and white or plain, or jazz nje yellow and white plain. Usually ba nama details, mangasi isiphambano ama-stars, mangasi ama-stars, ama-moon and what, but nje kuba nama details. There is a lot of details that you'll find there. Therefore they will come as a jeweled color, and each color will represent those netlos that is there. Most yabantu abanoBosebeletsi, they are haunted by angel numbers, they are haunted by astrology gift, they are haunted by a numerology gift. Remember, I did say when I started the video that Ubuthandazi, it's not a cultural gift. It's not a traditional gift. Ubuthandazi, it's a universal spirit gift. It's an ascended type of a gift that ascended to the spirit. Therefore, if it's a universal gift, high chances that it's connected to other alternative, other supporting gifts like numerology, astrology, tarot card are very much high. Chances are very much high. So you'll find yourself being haunted by angel numbers. Instead of your ancestors speaking to you using signs, they'll speak using angel numbers. Because of what? The type of a gift you have, it's a universal spirit gift. Therefore, they have every right to use every other alternative universal spirit to speak to you. You know, you will dream of alien invasion. Anything that has to do with universally. You'll dream of your Queen Elizabeth. You'll dream of your Donald Trump. Someone that is known worldwide. It's something that is universally. You know. Bantabatal, here's one thing that I noticed and I want to share with you. Ne? Most of the people who have Bosebeletsi, this is going to be interesting. Most of the people who have Bosebeletsi, according to my experience in this journey and in thinking I born, the type of the grandmothers they have who are giving them this type of a gift, it's those type of grandmothers who are wretched in their childhood times. It's those type of grandmothers in Ntswaki of their days. In that type of Ntswaki who will vanish ka Friday. Salaile le moshimane. O tla ba khutla ka Tuesday ka o tla ba khutla ka Wednesday. That type of Ntswaki who would go a ilo batla mosebetsi toropong. Ha khutla o imile o pregnant. A deliver ngwana a tsamaye. Every time in a ha khutla ko hae o khutla o imile. O tlo deliver ngwana. It'll be that most of the grandmothers nelibo that type of bontswaki. Ntswaki yo ka se mmotse selo. Ntswaki a tsamaya a monating. We can't go fail. Ntswaki, like that type of Ntswaki, it's 90% of them, of our grandmothers in their childhood. If you were to meet the mother of that grandmother who's giving you that type of a gift and ask her, how was your grandmother in her childhood days? You'll be very much surprised. You'll be very much surprised. It was one of those Ntswakis, that Ntswaki. You know. And as I look through the gift of Bosebeletsi, it makes so much sense why it's like that. It's necessary. It makes so much sense. And majority of your grandmothers, as there were those type of Ntswakis, now you'll ask yourself, when did their lives change? Most of the time, maphela bona a changes he ba thola banna. Immediately when she started getting married, she started being someone's wife, the life changes. The life changes. She becomes this well-mannered woman now, but still drinking maybe, or still smoking. But because of now she has like about 4 or 5 kids, you know, now she's well experienced. But because of useshadile, she needs to maintain the gift. She needs to maintain the dignity. She needs to be humbled. You get me? But besides, ingaga shadi, she was the Ntswaki. Ntswaki. And one thing you need to know, it's not that the gift was not there. The gift was there. The gift was there. Or the energy was there. But she just had to find someone who's going to make her settle down. Then she discovers herself. In most cases, their gift, it awakens after they found a masculine energy. It's either you find a masculine energy and that energy leaves you. But most of our Bosebeletsi, in order for they have to meet someone in their lives. Someone has to come through your life. You have to date someone, and that person awakens what is within you. In most cases, akusumuntu ofika empilweni enithanda nimanqeda bese nahlukana. No, kuba umuntu ofika umzalela umntwana. Then you separate. Or uyafika umzalela umntwana. Or uyafika mhlambe ungamzalela umntwana. But afika just because he is the key to your gift. Uyafika awakene ndayi wakenayo bese ayahlukana nawo, ayakushiya kanjalo. That is one thing that I have noticed, that most of people who have Bosebeletsi, it always gets awakened after they've given birth to a certain kid. Bese sipho sabo siyaqala, siyasebenza. Bese siyaqala siyabonakala. If you can hear me, just remember that I have a very crusty network. So if you can still hear me, just put up that like button so that I can still see it. Okay, I'm still around. I'm trying to channel my thoughts because there's a lot that is coming and there's a lot that I want to share. Now, if your grandmother was so much wretched, so much of ntswaki, and then she meets someone empilweni yakhe, and then she becomes grounded and humbled. She now becomes mewa kereke. She now becomes Mama Ubuthandazi, Mrs. Smangmang, because now she's married. It quite makes sense why Bosebeletsi, their relationships don't work so much. It quite makes sense. It's because of, at a point where you're supposed to be Bosebeletsi, truly, you need to be pure. You need to be pure. Majority of them, their gift started at the age of 50s. The olden ones, remember that we did speak with bongabogoka badala. So majority of them izipho zabo zeqale ukubonakala, baqale kuba ngalabantu abayibona bese babadala. And at that point of time, they were powerful. At that point of time, they've regained the power that they were born with. Therefore, in order for you to be that type of Bosebeletsi you're supposed to be, you need to be pure. Akumelanga ube negazi elishisayo emzimbeni wakho. Akumelanga kube khona igazi elisashisa, igazi elisaphuma emzimbeni wakho. Akumelanga kube ukuthi usadla amaswiti wena. You are still engaging in sexual intercourse and all of that. That is why when the gift of Bosebeletsi awakens, it limits you in dating. It limits you kumjolo. Whatever that you try, it never works. Awushadile. You're not married, you're not Mrs. Smangma. You're still impure. And when you want to engage into sexual intercourse, you haven't regained the power. You haven't gained the power that you need. Therefore, how is it possible because you need the same power you were born with so that you can be able to be that person you're supposed to be. So most of the time I hear people saying, I usually say, pray, keep yourself holy, pray for people, pray for other people, just be grounded and all of that. But the chances you'll be the person you were meant to be at this point of time while you're still 38, while you're still 40, are very low. Are very low. When you just be grounded up until you reach 50, then that's when you'll see whoever calls herself Bosebeletsi at this point of time working, I usually look at them and be like, Umoporofita at this point of time, but just because you don't know yourself, you think Bosebeletsi. Umoporofita. For the fact that you're working, but you batsena, umoporofita. Ke sporofito sa house se berekang. And most of the people will say, ke a sebetsa, ke tlhola ka 50 rand, ke tlhola ka 5 rand, and all of that. I'm like, umoporofita. Umoporofita. Just because you had Bosebeletsi, you have a gift of Bosebeletsi, then you think Bosebeletsi at this particular time. No, you're not. Umoporofeta. O bereka ka sporofito sa hao. Batho ge ba tsena ko msamo ba tlo kopa thuso ntho e sebetsang mo le bibele e le o isebedisang gore o tlo o kgone o alafa batho. O tlo kgone o hlola batho. Ke sporofito ntho e. He nkabe no le Mosebeletsi no ka se kgone profita batho bale. Instead he motho a tsena ka mole a re ke kopa nkgono ke na le bothata bo so popela ka botlhoko kapa popela ka eng whatsoever. You wouldn't prophesy that person. You wouldn't prophesy that person. Instead you would just say ha re rapele. You would pray no tlo be kgalasa metsi mo late di kerese ho ra rapele. Hele fetsa rapela, then your intuition is the one that will tell you re mo tlhakansetse swasho se so le so mo fe sona kapa mo rapelele metsi a so mo entsetse so mo fe wona. Then umuntu umthatha umnikeza amanzi ahamba asebenzisa amanzi aphola abuya azobonga phezu komsamo. You wouldn't prophesy that person. But for the fact where batho ba khona o tsena ka msamo wa hao wa profeta, umoprofeta. Wa bola bibele wa re moya o re umoprofeta. Ha o so be Mosebeletsi. Ha wa ka bilo Mosebeletsi o mmele bo yena. You haven't gained that power. Usashisa. Usashisa kazi lakho lisashisa. Usayema periodini. You're still having sex. You haven't become who you're supposed to be. Usazoyihamba lendlela. Wait up until you're 50. Wait up until you get into the menopause stage, then you lose your periods. So you'll start becoming umama womthandazo lo gokwakho beka uye. You'll start becoming lo mama ohloniphekile emphakathini lo ugokwakho beka uye. Lapho uzobabona abantu beza kuwe bezodinga usizo. Befika and you'll even see the type of consultation or the type of patients born now or the time number 38 or number 40. And then you check how they've evolved from the type of patients obathola manje. Sewumamkhulu. Laba bafika laphana bengabantu bebaneyinkinga zeimpilo zabo, abantu bebanenkinga yemali, bebanenkinga yemshado yabo, bebanenkinga ye all of that and what. Ubasiza vele isiprofito sisebenza ngabantu abanjalo. But now because so Mosebeletsi, abantu abazofika la emsamaka abantu abaneyinkinga zemshado yabo 1, abantu abaneyinkinga zesibeletho 2, abantu abaneyinkinga nabantwana umntana uyagula 3, abantu abaneyinkinga nokuzala 4, abantu abaneyinkinga nemindeni yabo ibathakathayo all of that. I'll still explain that furthermore. You know, you will see what the type of my patients wako. Yashinja. It's changing. So I don't want to contradict myself, but I want to take you step by step. Now that umjolo wakho uyabheda, now that izinto zisebenzele via relationships, yet Mosebeletsi, what is required? Usually you need to find a person akusi idlozi lakho elikhethela umuntu, akusi lo gogo ofikayo kuwena representative of the universal spirit, or akusi lo gogo ofika kuwena oyisithunywa sakho uzokukhethela umuntu. Usually amanono wakho la uhamba nawo akukhethela umuntu. Have you ever heard kuthiwa umntana uyabakhetha ama-parents wakhe? I don't know ukuthi ubani wayizwa leyo nto leyo, but whoever wayizwa lento leyo, bekaqinisile, but it's just ukuthi azange achaze kahle ukuthi abantwana babakhetha kanjani. Not to everyone, but amanono, they choose their father. They choose who is going to be your husband, because in order for the light to shine, it needs to draw power from the darkness. The light can't shine on its own. The light is the feminine energy. Therefore, you need a masculine energy that is going to help you. Amanono, they'll be the ones who will choose who's going to support you in this gift. And they will have to choose someone who blends with your energy. Sometimes ngaba umuntu ongekho spiritually gifted, but akube ukuthi ubuswa yidlozi ebele spiritually gifted. Kube ukuthi ubuswa ugogo beka umthandazi. Therefore the spirit will choose that person. Amanono, they will choose that person. Because umani nonke niyi-2, you yourself, you'll create that pool of energy, a type of a pool of energy in a room that will allow ugogo to intervene, to be able to communicate with the 2 of you here. Therefore, that person is worthy to be your husband, or is worthy to be your wife. She is not the one who will choose a person for you, but amanono wako are the ones who are going to choose. Ubaba wabo. So it's a trinity like this: Baba, Mama, you, and then amanono, the giver of the gift. And you notice that most of people, every kid they give birth to is a spiritually gifted child. And the most abantu abangabasebeletsi banabantwana from different fathers. So they have like about 2 or 3 of them, but it's from different fathers. Hence why when I said to you, if you get dwell into that history, you'll be very surprised. Begule table befike khayizozala umntwana, imshini mamakhe ihambe ibuyile emsebenzini, makabuya futhi udeliver umoya. Awu beka untswake nje, untswake wendawo. One thing you need to be alerted about, since ule Bosebeletsi and you've discovered hore Bosebeletsi, is that people who are given the gift of Bosebeletsi, they are not so much given a gift. You know, Motueli Moporofeta, that person is given a gift because of whoever gives that the gift to this person who is Moporofeta, it's someone who's actually close. I often believe that for one person to be Stunya Sako, that person is to be close to you. So whoever gives that the gift of Moporofeta, it's someone who says, the spiritual side of you, Sizwe, needs to awaken. And it needs to serve, because you were born to be a humanitarian. You were born to help people. You are born to align people into their spiritual realm, or to help them in any how. So the spiritual side of you, it needs to awaken. But in order for it to awaken, because you are in a darkness, therefore you need me as your guide to help you be the humanitarian that you're supposed to be. Therefore, I gift you with this gift of prophecy, the gift of the third eye. With this gift, me and you will be able to communicate. We'll be able to see, because the type of a humanitarian that you are a fortune teller. Therefore, I gift you with this gift so that we can be able to communicate. You can be able to help people. That is a gift. But for someone oiling Bosebeletsi, it's not a gift, it's an assignment. It's a duty, it's a responsibility than a gift. It's an assignment ya alafabato. It's a responsibility ya go tlhokomela family ya hao. It's a duty ya go rapedisha lefase, ya go rapedisha batho. It's not a gift, it's an assignment. You are requested, you are told, you are being trusted to do something. So you could see yourself as Bosebeletsi and think, or one day utla dula fasi wa alafa batho wa dula ko msamo wa kgantsha dikerese and all of that. You could be Bosebeletsi because of idlozi lakho. Ugogo lo kubusayo bekuyena umnikazi wempepha ekhaya, beka u-anti omdala. That means she was the leader of the family. Bese kuyo u-anti omdala. That type of u-anti kuthiwa masekwenza umsebenzi kuthiwa ake nibize no-anti sibanibani, ake nibize no-anti Gate, ake nibize no-anti Dina, makube uyo uzosiphahlela emsamo. Hawu kunomshado angeke sikwazi ukuhlaba inkomo bakithi u-anti angekho. Hawu Nkosi yami kunomsebenzi angeke sikwazi ukwenza no-anti angekho. Uyosho ukuthi yenzanini njengamanje, yenzanini njengamanje. Makunama-family meetings, she's the one who sits and discuss, okay, kwenzakalani, what kumele kube kanje. She's the leader of the family. Just because obhuti bakhe abasekho, osisi bakhe abadala mhlamba abasekho, sekusele yena. She's the leader of the family. Therefore, njengoba umsebeletsi akupha ubusebeletsi, chances that she's passing her duties to you are very high. But she's not passing her duties in a traditional way like she was, because the gift that she has, it's not a type of, because how she's passing the duties, she's passing it in a form of an assignment, that is Bosebeletsi. Therefore, the duties won't be you being the leader of the family, because that's more traditional and cultural, and the gift itself of Bosebeletsi, it's not traditional and cultural. Therefore, the duties will be spiritually, the duties will be universally. So as you call yourself Bosebeletsi, think actually you are given Bosebeletsi that to be the leader of the family spiritually. Siaparo se sa green and yellow go fang sona o tlo rapedisha family ya gago gore cousin ya gago e thole mosebetsi ole. It's in your duty for you to pray for that. Gore family e be le khutso, it's in your duty to pray for that. Basically, you are serving the very same duties your grandmother was serving traditional adula go sofeng. A re wetsa lang o tla mere lokisa sole song ke mang a itseng ho mang. Kuku na etsang nadia khutso ka mohae begenza ukuthi kube nokuthula la ekhaya. But now, because maybe when you're the last born, or when you're the third or the what, you cannot sit emasofeni ubize family uzobatshela ukuthi why WhatsApp is what. You are still serving the same duty, but now you are doing it in a very spiritual side of it. Ukhulekela ukuthula ukuthi kube khona la ekhaya. That's you being Bosebeletsi. That's you. Ukhulekisa zonke le izokule igcwele lebala ezelwa bosisi bakho, ezelwa bobhuti bakho ukuthi zingaguli, izipho impilo zabo zihambe kahle. That was your grandmother. That's what your grandmother was doing. Bekathi makakhuleka lapha nakhulekisa umndeni. Akhulekisa bonke abantwana abakhona la ebaleni, akhulekisa izulu. Abusise, ablesse. Bekule tablet nabethi mayifikile izokulu afike akufaka u50 rand emabeleni, athi ungabatsheli akufaka u50 rand emabeleni. But wena ngeke uhamba ufaka abantu u50 rand emabeleni. But what can you do no50 rand? You are expected ukuthi njalo wenze lati. Wenze lati, yenze offering. You are expected ukuthi ukhazi nakho makafona athi mntase ngisejozi ngimele ngize Soweto nginenkinga ngishoda ngo50 rand, usend u50 rand mona. That's you being Bosebeletsi. You need to know ukuthi isipho sobu prophet, the gift of prophecy, sihlala on the crown chakra and on the sacral. Masingakaphakami sihlala on the sacral chakra. Sikuphathise ngokhalo and everything, but sihlala on the sacral chakra at your back. Then masesiphakeme, it will be here on the third eye, on your crown chakra. But ubusebeletsi abuhlali on the crown, abuhlali on the sacral chakra. Instead buhlala here on the heart chakra. And umabhlala on the heart chakra, it has a lot to do with forgiveness, peace, and letting things go. Therefore, your grandmother being the ntswaki of her days, gallivanting and being vulnerable, ethuka umamakhe, umamakhe amtshela ntswaki hobaneng o tsamaya bosiu o tsamaya le bashimane, ntswaki hobaneng o etsa so. Her not listening to her grandmother, her being the ntswaki of her days, having many kids, her not fulfilling her dreams, her making so much mistakes, her doing abortion, or her losing her child, her losing her babies. When she sits down, she regrets all of that. She regrets how her life turned to be. She regrets how she succumbed her life to a man, probably that she never loved. But because nasanza bona hore bophelo ba ka ha se ntho e ne ke ilakatsa, therefore let me get married and just be Mrs. Mang. At least I will have a dignity. But still, when she looks back, she regrets herself. She regrets all her mistakes that she did. She regrets herself not listening to Mama Haye. Hana mu raka siu arentswa ku ya kaile mushimane usasanga masiu. She regrets all of that. And now every time when she awakens in you, she won't awaken happy. Every time hapahama, the first thing azoyenza uzokhala. She will cry. Emkhulekeni wakho mawuqala ukhuleka, the first thing masiqala ephakama kuyofika inyembezi ungazi ukuthi ukhalelani, ungazi ukuthi yini lena wrong. But because she hasn't healed, the first thing mephakama indaba ila uzophakama ngokukhala. And athi mephakama aphakame phezulu komuntu onobuhlungu, aphakame phezulu kwakho nawe usabhekana nezinkinga zakho, aphakame phezulu kwakho semshadweni, umshado awuhambi kamnandi, you regret yourself marrying this man, aphakame phezulu kwakho izinto zakho ayihambi kahle phezulu kwempilo, you've lost your child, you haven't healed from the trauma of having that miscarriage. All that trauma ihlangane bese ziyakhuphuka le nyembezi, then uyakhala. Indaba ila, it's here on the heart chakra. The gift of Bosebeletsi, you may call it a gift, but it's not so much of a gift, it's an assignment. It's a duty, it's a journey, it's a responsibility. Because in order for this gift ukuthi wazi ukusebenza, uyiqala manje una 20 something, uyiqala manje una 30 something, you are expected to embark on this journey. But this journey mangathi uyayibheka, it's not a journey ukuthi ulapha abantu, it's a journey of healing. Ulapha leli dlozi elingaphakathi kwena. For someone onendiki, onedlozi lendiki, idlozi elafa ligula, malibuya selibuya ngokugula, lidlelwa amagobongo lelo dlozi lelo bese liyalapheka. But what about idlozi elafa ligule emoyeni, liphukile emoyeni? Yilo lelo uzobuya liwumsebenzi elizobuya lifuna ukuthi wena uhile lona qala, kulapheke lona. And uma lona lingakalapheki, one thing that I've noticed, uma lona lingakalapheki, you repeat the very similar mistakes elazenza nalo. Therefore you didn't serve the purpose. But imele kulapheke lona. And ulapha kanjani? By you succumbing to the gift, 1, 2, being aligned to amathonga akho, 3, being the humanitarian. Now usubuyele muva because of yena wamosha ezizweni, wazimoshela igama. It's in your duty to go back and fix igama lakhe ezizweni. That's you being uphakathi kwesiphika, uhlonipheka, being the woman she failed to be ngenkathi zakhe. That's you healing her. That's you getting married, being Mrs. Mang and how fitla mo lo tshwarella pale. That's you healing her. She regret herself and doing all of that. She regret herself not listening to her grandma, not listening to her mother. So no matter how mamako engawafuna amabhithi, no matter when abana with your mother and all of that, ningazwani just because of your gift and all of that, she will still expect you to obey your mother's laws. She will still expect you to listen to your mother. She will still expect you, noma so hambile khayorinale makaritwan, but she will still expect you to go back once in a time and say, Mama ujwang kishapo, kutli sitse grocery. Mama kutli umphekele nihlale ngixoxe uma kube niyaxoxa. If you can't communicate, but as long as umbonile uhambe before let's amara mama ke tsamaya ko ba rapele dithapelo tsa mme wa how they mean a lot. They're like a blessing for you in this journey. They make your journey easier. You don't have to force your mother, Mama Beats. You don't have to force her to understand your gift. No, you don't. Hili muthatapeli mutarapelanga sindiswe and all of that. You just come and say, kuchaketi, kutleti 1 2 3 kureketi gown enana. How galeguha with that grumpy face? It's fine, it's okay. Ngapiela, you cook. If the relationship is not so bad, you can sleep over. You cook. Her prayers, they do wonders, they do magic. Scary, her passion, while you know very well what she doesn't believe in that. Let's pray. You know, at some point, mdasekhaya ngixoxele something. At some point, ugogo wakho wamosha, bekagalavanta, jiva, kumnandi, and all of that. At some point, sekakufake phakathi kweyiphika, wakufaka phakathi kwamabhizi, wakufaka phakathi kwamaduku. At some point, ugogo would say, khipha lawo mabhizi. Wakhipha abeke phansi athi khipha lelo duku, khipha ulibeke phansi athi khipha leso siphika. Skip usibeke phansi athi ibleya jini yakho faka iweave namhlanje ngena phakathi kwe-makeup gele bamuhle uthi ngathi ya ngena phakathi kwe-makeup bamuhle faka amacici adlala ihili lakho asamba sojive. Let's go, asamba sojive. Uthi hey nake ngwana mathi no, don't worry. Why? And then I feel like I wanna go out, but hey, no, let's go. Sambe so jiva. Let's go. Sambe. Ufike ngekumpela emnandini kube mnandi. Then it lapho ngabo 10. Qale manje uyabhodla and all of that. Uthi uma uthi ubawubona indaba zomuntu, uhambe etoilet. Wafika etoilet ufike uyibhabaza, ufike umnikeze sona. Ukuthumele laphaya because she knew that you are a humanitarian. Ukuthumele laphana because ingelo sikamoya ithembe wena namhlanje ukuthi uyodilivela leya muntu indaba. Kahlahle wena abongazange uzojiva, buzolethela lo muntu indaba zakhe. And indaba ihlezi iqala etoilet man. Yabona once say etoilet sayawuchama ubhemile mfana. Ibhemile. Sidileka zonke iphelele. After so qedile ukumdilivela indaba zakhe, mase ubuya lana amahlombe sawayasinda, i-energy labantu seyakusinda, inyawo zakho seziyaqala ziyavuvukala and all of this. So hleli phansi manje sokhiphana namateki, sokhipha i-MX manje soyibeke ngaphandle. So hayi girl. Yo energy la yomzali energy la niyangisinda. Hayi kahle ntombo. Wena sifike nawe la ngo6 sajaba. So i-energy labantu khani iqala isinda manje ngo10. Hayi. Why bongayizwa sonke lesikhathi ukuthi yakusinda? Khamizwa manje. Why bongayizwa sonke lesikhathi ukuthi yakusinda? You know why? It's because uthe makasuka endlini wahamba nawe. So she maintained your energy. She protected you from those energies. She protected you at that part. Ukuthi ungayizwa yonke lento le. Up until lo muntu olethe indaba zakhe afike bomlandini. mhlambe wena ufike la ngo-6 lo mjida bowuzikwe or lo girl bozomlethela indaba zakhe ufike ngo-9. So she maintained your energy, she protected you from that. But now that you're done, so uqedile umsebenzi wakho, remember that you are not part of these people, you are not supposed to be here. That is why inyawo zakho seqala ivuvukala, because yidlukuzi leli bohamba nalo. Umhlaba soyamshisa, sewuqedile umsebenzi wakho ufuna ukubuyela emalwandle, umhlaba soyamshisa. That is why inyawo zakho zenzani zivuvukala, zeqala ziyashisa. She's done. And automatically uma soqala sosindwa energy so yenza lokho. Why are you still here? Hamba. Uqedile umsebenzi, you're done. Sekuphuma kwena ukuthi uyahlala nwathi. And ukuhlala kwakho khosi inkinga. I usually say izimpi ezenzakala ebumnandini, abantu baxabana, abantu bagwazana, or abantu balwa, most of izimpi zakhona zikhoswa yithi bantu aba-spiritually gifted. As yes, ezinye zingakhoswa imimoya esuke ikhona endaweni, but zikhoswa yithi bantu aba-spiritually gifted. Because of leli dlozi lobumnyama ongalifuni, nalamadlozi akho okukhanya owasebenzayo. Mawuhamba uphuma ebumnandini, leli dlozi lakho lobumnyama yilo elikhaphayo, lizokuvikela la ukhona. Yilo likwazi ukusebenza ebumnyameni because it knows the tactics and the tantrums and all of that. Yilo eliphumayo lize lizokuvikela la. But now because of ukuthi, remember, it's a battle of evil spirits. It's a battle of who has a powerful ancestor. You understand? So let's say si crowd size so5 size so6. Idlozi lakho libhizi lokhu liyakuvikela and ungakhohlwa njengoba likuvikela phezulu kwabantu abathwele abala kule ndawo le, abathwele ngegazi. Likuvikela phezulu komnikazi wale ndawo othwele ngento zakhe naze ifuna igazi ukuze le ndawo izokwazi uqiniswa. Likuvikele phezulu yonke lama energies and everything like that. But immediately feel ukuthi ku heavy la liyahluleka, because imimoya yobumnyama ungakhohlwa, immediately feel ukuthi ku heavy la lizoku-alerta phinde lasambe. We're not supposed to be here, let's go. And immediately guys ifika lento ethi asambe, it's time to go. Lizoku-alerta ukuthi asambe. But if when you choose to stay, lizokwenza iharuru eduzane kwakho. Iharuru ezokwenza wena ukuthi uphume kule ndawo uhambe. And then most of the time check iqala la, right on your circle. How usibusiso nentombi yakhe besimnandi besi-right, siyadakwa simnandi. How all of a sudden usibusiso sekala nentombi yakhe just because of le mjida umsipeli lihle. Seka-wretched manje usibusiso, hayi usifebe vele uyafeba, hey fat and all of that. Lento yangifebela lena, awu besi-right all of a sudden manje sekwenzakaleni. You caused that. Idlozi lakho that made all of this to happen. Because you're not required here. So usibusiso ba engadi nje is because of wena kumele uhambe. You're not supposed to be here. But no. So yeah, I hope I did justice to this topic. But here's the last thing that I want to say to you. I am a prophet, ne? And wena Bosebeletsi. You are gifted kamatsoho, and I am gifted with my third eye. Imagine if I was up there being the king or being the chief, being up there as the third eye, and then you are down there as the servant, gifted kamatsoho, matla amatsoho. And then I choose to leave my seat and then I choose to come down to you down there. I was going to deceive people. I was not going to heal people because I'm not given the power to heal like you. And imagine if you were down there wanting to come on top where I am. You are going to deceive people because you are not gifted with the third eye like I can see. But if I was there on my throne and then you are down there on your position, I was going to be able to see problems and see solutions, and then I'll pass them down to you and say, Ntswaki, tabaki eo mosadi. Bosebeletsi, moya ure motho o tshwere ke taba ke ntho e so le so. Moya ure ha re mo phethele ka ntho e so le so. Wa re eya. Wanga wa tlhakanisa, wa tlhakansa. He fetsa o tlhakansa, wa di rapelela, wa mofa. Motho a fola. Ha fodiswe ke ditala tse wena o di kopantshitseng. Batho fodiswa ka lebaka la hore di entswe ke motho ya na le matla ho di etsa. O fodiswa ke matla a o filweng wona. And wena o kgonne ho sebetsa ka lebaka la hore o bontshitswe ke nna ke buileng hore taba e so le so. So entle ke mina nawe siyadingana. But lento ingasebenza kahle only if omunye nomunye useva ku position yakhe. So just because of ugogo wakhe akakunikeza isambatho, ungazufa ngakakunikeza, but abantu baloku bekutshela everywhere bathi ngumsebenzi. Just because of mina ngikwazi ukubona ngamehlo, just because mina ngikwazi ukuhlala la ngenza ama readings, that doesn't mean ukuthi wena awukho special because of ngumsebenzi. That doesn't mean ukuthi wena igift yakhe ayikho necessary just because of ngumsebenzi. So I want to tell you ukuthi serve in your own position. Serve in your own position. Your position is necessary. Your position is needed. Your position is crucial. Serve in your own position. You'll see the power that you are entrusted with. Ungafuna ukukhupha ukufane nami. Nami ngeke ngifune, nami futhi akumelanga ngize ngifuna ukuyehla ngifane nawe. Akumelanga ngafuna amandla wakho. Serve in your own position. Hlala endaweni yakho. Unamandla khona. Uphiwe kuleyo ndawo leyo. And when you serve there, kuzocaca, kuzobonakala ukuthi wenza lento owayibizelwa yona. Nami la ngihleli khona mangiseva, kuzocaca, kuzobonakala ukuthi ngenza lento engabizelwa yona. Serve in your own position. Your position is powerful. Your position inamandla. Your position is necessary. Kunesizwe esidinga iposition yakho. Kunesizwe sikudingayo njengomsebeletsi. Kunabo mama abagulayo, kunabantu abagulayo. Kunabantu abadinga ukuqhaqhelwa ibopho, kunabantu abadinga ukuvulelwa imisebenzi. Kudingeka wena uzokhuleka. Kudingeka wena uzobusisa iwasho. Kudingeka wena uzolayita amakhandlela. Kudingeka wena uzobamba lezo ibeletho. Abantu bakwazi ukuphola, abantu bakwazi ukuthola imisebenzi. Mina ngile phezulu ngakutshela ukuthi gogo kufuneka iswashe sisone so, ogogo kumele kwenziwe 1 no 2 no 3. Leso swasha asinamandla, asina nix. Lawo makhandlela wana nix. But immediately kufika wena okhethiwe, immediately kufika wena unikezwe amandla, phakamisa amandla akho uthi uri modimo ke rapela ramasithi. Phakamisa izandla zakho uthi ukhulekele iwasho. Ziyaphila lezo iwasho, ziba namandla. Lawo makhandlela abanamandla yenza imihlolo, aqhaqha ibopho. Why? Akhulekele umnikazi wamandla. Akhulekelwe yilo ophiwe amandla. Serve in your position. You are special, you are needed, you are necessary. Serve in your position. That's all I want to say. That's all engifuna nje ukutshela kona. Just because abanye abantu bayaborofita bavuka imimoya benzani, and then when you just see yourself as normal, you keep on asking yourself ukuthi mina what is my gift for? Kanti mina sami sipho samba kanjani? Balo bathi ngumsebenzi, understand. serve in your own position. Serve in your position. One day you'll understand isipho sakho. One day you'll understand your assignment, you'll understand your duty, and you'll understand the power they've entrusted in you. You'll understand how powerful you are. You'll understand how necessary you are. Good night. Nkulunkulu akukhanyisele, Nkulunkulu akwenze kahle. Tsohle tseo di labalelang tsa pelo ya hao, Modimo a etsa hantle, Modimo a kgansetse. Konke kukhanye, konke kube mhlophe. Qhubeka kube umntana wokukhanya, qhubeka kube umntana wokuphila. Phezu kwesipho sobungcwele, isipho sokukhanya, isipho sokuphila abantu abadala bakuphe sona. Makukhanyele konke kube mhlophe, makhanye kulunge. Konke okufisayo uNkulunkulu akukhanyisele. Mayini imvula livuma icamako. All the best. Never undermine yourself. Never think you are not worthy. Never think there is something wrong with you. Always remain unique. Always remain with your color. Never want to adapt to other people's colors. Love your color, love your position. And mostly important, serve in your position. Because it's necessary. It's important. Nkulunkulu anikhanyisele, Nkulunkulu anenze kahle. Camako mathunga amahle, mathunga amakhulu. Okhanya nabungcwele khanye konke kuba mhlophe. Bantwana bakagogo. Good night.